Good morning to all. This is Dr. K. Palraj, Associate Professor from Department of Information Technology from Ramco Institute of Technology. Today we are going to see about computer networks. These are the contents we are going to discuss today. First one is what is network and what are the categories of networks and what are the components involved in the networks. What is communication model and what are the transmission media are there. First, what is network? A network is a group of devices that can communicate with each other. Each device is called a host. Each host has a unique address. That is, a device considered as a node. The node communicate with the another one node is called a network. Some other definition for networking. Network is a connection between two or more devices which is connected by a communication links. A node can be either computer or printer or any other devices which is capable of sending and receiving information at each other. These are some basic uses of networks. The uses not limited up to these four statements. It will be a wider, but we are mentioned the basic four uses of this network. First one is business application, second one is home application, third one mobile users, and fourth one email transmissions. Next one categories are types of networks. Categories means how to arranging the devices for communication purpose. That is called the categories. Based on the categories, we are classified the three types of networks. First one is LAN, second one is MAN, third one is MAN. First one is LAN means local area network, MAN means metropolitan area network, MAN means wide area network. First, an local area network means a LAN is designed by a local area connection such as within the building, within the office, within campus, or within specific area. For example, have an institution. We have a systems in all the laboratories. We are communicating with each other laboratory systems. That type of communication is called a LAN network. Some advantages of LAN networks: sharing of files, sharing of programs, and sharing of communication. Some disadvantages also there. That is reliability, capacity, and high cost for setting the LAN. Second one's MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. A metropolitan area network is a network that interconnect users with the computer resources in a geographic area or region larger than that covered by even a large local area network but smaller than the area covered by a wide area network. That is, a MAN is an intermediate between the LAN and the MAN. Uh, Bigger than the LAN and smaller than the MAN. That is called a MAN. It supports up to 150 kilometers distance. Example for MAN network is telephone network and cable TV network. This is simple example for MAN network. Various LAN networks are there. The LAN networks are connected with the MAN. So MAN is an intermediate between the other LAN networks. Some advantages of MAN: high bandwidth. It supports larger number of clients. Reduce the errors. Some disadvantages is also that large space requirements, slower data access, and a high cost. Last one is WAN, wide area network. Wide area network is providing a long distance transmission data by using WAN. Exchange the information from one country to another country. It is a network with transmitting the data from one country to another country. Next one, components of network. The various components are involved in the networks. Uh, some basic components are there. First one is client. So client means which gives a request. That is, uh, I want to data. So I want to request the data to the someone. So I want to request. So I can pass the request to someone's. So if it is if I give a request to someone means I am a client. That is called client. Which gives a request is called a client. Server means who is processing the request come from the client, that is called the server, which gives a response to the client request. Then modems, it indicates modulator and demodulator. It converts analog signal into digital signal as well as digital signal to analog signal. Next one, router, uh, which identifies the path between the client and the server. It identifies the best path from source to destination or client to server. Then we can transfer the data from that particular path. Last one is channels, which overcome the traffic problems. The channels are used for the avoiding the traffic in the data transmissions. Next one is communication model. Data communications are exchange of data between two devices via some transmission medium. It should be done in two ways. One is local, second one is remote. Local means it takes a land connection. Remote means it takes long distance like man and van. Uh, Data should be transformed in the form of zeros and ones. That's a basic block diagram for communication model. The source and destination are there. That is client. Source means client and destinations means server. We can toll anywhere. We can source or destination. Transmission media means the data transfer from source to destination in any communication path. That is called the transmission media. Then characteristics of communication model. There are four categories characteristics of communication model is there. First one is delivery. The system deliver the data to the correct destination. That means a client the data sent source to destination means the data reach the correct destination, that is called delivery. Accuracy means that system delivering the data at accurate way. That is whatever the data we can send, and the destination will receive the data as it is. That is called accuracy. Third one, timeline, and the system must deliver the data at exact time. So we can tell it's at a delay. So we can send the data as soon as possible. That is called a timeline. Jitter, it refers to the variable in the perfect arrival time. That means we can sending the packets in one order. The destination must receive the packet in the same order. If it is packet order change means the data will be collapsed. That is called a jitter. So whatever the data we can send in the order, the destination must be receiving the packets as it is that order. Some components of communication models. Sender, we know, is a client. Receiver is an, we know that, uh, server. Then medium, which data communication we are sending the packet. Next one, message, which type of message we are sending that uh, through this medium. And protocol, what are the rules we are followed for the data transmissions. Uh, so that is sender is a device that send the information to the receiver. Receiver is a device that receives the information from the sender. Medium is a physical path between the sender to receiver. Message this is the passing informations. Protocol is a set of rules and regulations that govern the data communications. Next one, data transmission concept, that is transmission media. Transmission data transmits occur between sender and receiver over some transmission medium or transmission media. So transmission media may classified into two types. One is guided media or unguided media. So guided media means it's a wired connection. Unguided media means it's a wireless connection. Guided media is a guided media signals are passed in the same physical path. We are establishing the path between the source and destination. The data transfer must be done in the physical pathway. Some example physical path cables are twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and fiber active cable. These are the three guided media cables for data communication for physical path establishment. Second one, unguided media. So unguided media means uh, signals are passed in the form of electromagnetic waves. So here we are communicating uh, with the electromagnetic wave signals. For example, mobile phone signals, satellite microwaves, and infrared. These are the some unguided media signals. We are passing the data one device to another device. Then the basic terms, point to point connection, it providing a dedicated link between two devices. For example, a wired system that connects two computers together can be thought of a point to point link. In here, for example, site A and site B are there. So site A and site B are directly communicated with each other with the dedicated link, that is called a point to point connection. So multi-point connection means it is a link between two or more devices. It is also known as multi-point configuration. The network having multi-point configuration also called a broadcast network. Here the server is there, or device communicated with the three devices. The data sent to one or more devices is called multi-point connections. Next one is transmission mode. Transmission mode, the direction of data or direction of information flow between the two devices is called transmission mode. So data flow can be classified into three categories. One is simplex mode, second one is half duplex mode, third one is full duplex mode. So simplex mode means the data flow in only one direction, the data communication line. For example, radio and TV broadcasting. So we can sending the data to other end. We are receiving only the data. We are not sending any reply to that server. That is called simplex transmission. Half duplex means data flow in both direction, but only one direction at a time. That is, we can sending the data in both direction, but we can send only we can send or receiving the data at a time. That is called a half duplex. So example for walkie-talkie conversation. Next one, full duplex. Full duplex means we can transfer and receiving the data in both direction and both simultaneously is called full duplex. For example, telephone communication. This is called transmission mode. Now these are the concepts we are seeing about the basic networks in this topic. Uh, that is network flow. The data send in the only one direction, either send or receive at a time. We can send and receiving the data at both direction and all times. That is called full duplex. These are the basics of network. These are the contents we are discussing today. So what are the contents we are discussing means, first one is what is network and what are the categories of networks. In these categories, they are having three types of categories: LAN, WAN and MAN. So components of networks. The in components of network, various components are involved in the networks, and then communication model. And last one is transmission media. In transmission media, we have two types of transmission media: guided media and unguided media. These are the basic of networks. Thank you.